Before I add lashes and mascara, I think I have my final thoughts. And hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have another video, guys, for you. As you guys read from the title, we are going to be diving right back in to the James X Morphe palette. There was a lot of comments on my old videos saying that I should be using the MAC Paint Pot, so I decided that in today's video I would see if it performed even better with the paint pot. I thought it performed pretty well with Shape Tape. It was kind of honestly bad with Shape Tape being wet, but that's okay, and I'm excited to see if this works. I did think it was a little weird that Morphe and James would make a palette that doesn't really work well with the #1 selling concealer in the world, literally, but that's okay. I'm very open and willing to try it with the paint pot. I went and grabbed it today and I'm super excited. I'm literally so excited. And without further ado, let's jump into this video. So I zoomed you guys a little bit closer. I'm going to be going into the Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. This is the pink tone. Okay, so I'm just gonna start building that product on my eye. I didn't use Shape Tape at all on my face. I actually just filmed a video on how I get my skin looking so smooth and beautiful on camera and in person. That will be going up soon. Now, James, I don't think specified whether to set this or not. I'm actually not gonna set this because I like keeping my eyeshadows wet so they are more pigmented. Yeah, I was gonna use the P. Louise base, but I literally can't find it anywhere. But this primer looks really good. Okay, so now that I have that all blended out my eyes, I'm gonna jump into the palette and go in with, I don't know, I kind of want to do like a mix between a neutral look and like a pop of color, since I already did a really colorful look. So I think I'm gonna go in straight with the yellow. This shade is extremely pigmented, so I'm excited to see it. So I'm just gonna pat this on my brush and apply this right at the inner corner. Literally so pigmented. I haven't really noticed a difference yet because this shade is just very pigmented, so when I used Shape Tape it was still just as pigmented. And I was really inspired to make this video because I just felt like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people were like, why do I need to buy a primer when I have to buy the eyeshadow palette too? Like, it should just came with the primer, which I understand. I do think it's a little weird too that like this palette wouldn't really work that well with the #1 selling concealer in the world. But I just want to make this video so you guys can see, like, you know, does it work better with the primer? One thing that's weird about this yellow is you guys can kind of see it kind of oxidizes into like a mustardy yellow. Isn't that kind of weird? Extremely pigmented. I'm shook the house. So next I'm gonna go in with the shade Rustic. It is this really bright. I can fold the palette. That's nice. It's this really nice bright orange right here, starting in my crease and building up. This shade is extremely pigmented. I wanted to use this in my last video, but I didn't really know where I could have put it. And then going back in with the same brush with still a little bit of the yellow on it, and just blending this up. I really like my eyeshadow to be pretty close to my eyebrows. That way it looks really good in photos. So don't be alarmed. These are extremely pigmented. I will say on camera it's looking even more opaque, which I'm not mad at. But yeah, I've hardly had to build these up. I'm surprised how sickening that yellow is. Guys, this is like so good. Now I'm going to turn it into a neutral look on the outer sides. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is the center of the palette called Code James. This is a really nice like burnt orange color. So it's really going to complement the shadows. This is just the transition shade. Winging it out and building up the color. Right now I just feel like I'm just not seeing a whole lot of difference, but I also never used these shades at all. All I used was the yellow, and the yellow, I don't know, I think it's the same. I don't really see like a dramatic difference. This is a really pretty shade. Next, I'm going to go in with 10% off. This shade right here. And then after I use 10% off, I'm going to be going in with No Beans. Taking this color just to define my socket right here. But I'm also going to be extending it a little bit like that. So like, if you see where my crease is right here, where it starts to fold the most, right under brow arch, I'm going to pull it straight out. This is going to help really give that straight out effect, and it's going to make my crease appear more like cat eye and snatch the house. So I'm going to kind of be packing it and just kind of stopping it right there. Oh my god, this is going to be effing sickening after I cut it with some powder. Ooh. Now going in with no beans and just going right on the outer corner. The shade is very pigmented. But I will kind of say something that I'm noticing is like these neutral shades aren't as pigmented as the colorful shades, which is weird because I know neutral shades are like the easiest to make. But I'm assuming that that means that James and Morphe took their time making these colorful shades. Because like I said in my other video, the Morphe 35B was not a girl. I don't know why that palette was so hyped up. I think it was because it was like the only colorful palette at the moment. But these are looking really great, you guys. Ooh, I'm getting chills, girl. So I'm going to pack some more no beans on the edge of my eye, right here. Just pack it on, and then go back in with that really fluffy brush and kind of do circular motions. But again, trying to keep that shape. Okay, so I added a little bit of this shade on the outer corner, just a tiny bit. I don't know what the shade's called, but that shade. And I'm going with some Shape Tape to cut my lid. And before you freak out and be like, no Shape Tape, girl, I'm just gonna be using the shimmers, which the shimmers should be fine with Shape Tape. If the shimmers react to Shape Tape, girl, there's some serious issues going on. So now that I have the concealer set on my lid, I'm gonna be going in with So Good, which is this really pretty gold shade. And then this nice coppery tone, which is called Tea. I'm excited. I'm gonna start in with So Good on the inner corner and then fade it out to Tea. And be applying them both without a pigment first, just to make sure that the concealer underneath is dry. And these definitely, you guys can't even see that. It has literally no pigment without the spray, so let me try it again. But then again, I believe James did say that these work best with the spray. Ooh, there's a lot on my brush and I kind of digged in there, so maybe you just have to dig in there a little bit. Oh. Bitch, this pigment is sickening. Period! And the vine is literally hilarious. I'm not gonna make this extremely pigmented because I'm actually gonna go with some glitters and stuff on top. Now I'm going into Tea. Oh, this shade is extremely pigmented. Oh my god. I barely needed any of it. I feel like this palette is missing like a darker metallic brown. I didn't even spray my brush for this one. I'm just applying to my lid. It's so good. Okay, and then I'm going to be adding a little bit more extraness to this look. Going with the Jouer Ultra Foil eyeshadow palette. This is part of their holiday campaign. And going in with the shade Willow, which is this really pretty champagne shade up here. And just tapping it over the shimmer eyeshadow. These have little glitters in them, so it's going to make it pop so much. On my lower lash line, I'm going to be going in with the Shockwave Neon Liners from LA Girl. This is in the shade Pop. I'm just going to add this to my waterline to make sure that the eyeshadows pop even more. Once we have that all blended out, I'm going to move on to the shade Sip, the hot neon pink right here. And just packing that on top and blending it down. I want this to be kind of smoky. I want this to be very dramatic. So this is going to kind of set the liner and blend it out even further. Before I add lashes and mascara, I think I have my final thoughts, and these shadows are sickening the house. Boots.
That's gay.
So I'm gonna have to keep playing around with it. I'm gonna say that yes, the primer does make it better, but not like enough where you have to buy the primer. So I'm gonna add some lashes and mascara and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I am wearing my favorite Lily lashes of all time, Lily Lashes Sydney. These are my absolute favorite. You guys can see it gives you that very like cat eye look. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with these colors all together. I'm thinking that this palette does work really well with the paint pot, but I feel like even without it, I don't really see that there's a big difference. Besides, I've noticed that with the paint pot, the eyeshadows are smoother. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are below. Don't forget to like this video as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I know you're not about to leave without subscribing. You're gonna have to subscribe. Like, why wouldn't you? But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.